Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, as always, for choosing our show today. Ladies and gentlemen, the question of the independence and autonomy of our parliament has been discussed for quite too long, and it cannot be exaggerated. I have listened to many leaders try to cast aspersion on the conduct of our parliamentarians when they are called upon to make decisions on behalf of Kenyans who elected them to power. I remember last year when they passed the Finance Bill 2024, there were allegations that they were bribed. They denied it. William Ruto himself denied it. William said the parliamentarians had read that bill and they approved it. Yet people like, there's a member of parliament from, I don't know, called Wamau or somebody, said we didn't read that bill, we were just told to pass it. Then we were told that there was a time they were deliberating a vote of no confidence, or what could be, let's say, an impeachment motion against Mithika Linturi, the former agriculture minister, when there was some fake fertilizer in the country. We were told that Linturi was given a clean bill of health after the committee of parliament that was looking at his behavior or his conduct found him mweupe kama pamba. They denied it. Then we have also been told that during the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua, the members of parliament were bribed. Let us listen to this.
Lakini kama mnataka kuimpeach vice president, lazima muandike sheria ambayo itaimpeach vice president. Na kufika sasa hatuna hiyo sheria, na kwa sababu ya hiyo nilisema kwamba mimi sitarusha jiwe kupiga mtu ambaye hatapata haki. Na nilikataa. Na walikuwa wanapatiana pesa mingi, walikuwa wanapatiana shilingi milioni 10 kwa kila senator kupiga kura. Na ndio ilikuwa ukweli wa mambo. Tusidanganyane. Na
kicking out the deputy president was quite an investment. We have been approached. We have been offered goodies. But we said we cannot be sellouts. We cannot sell our people. We have been shown, I've never seen such much money in my entire life. In my entire life, I've never seen such money.
And who is this who was approaching you? Perhaps if you can just...
They're proxies, they're prostitutes, they're people that we know, but they tell us, take this and walk. But you see, we cannot be sellouts.
Within the house itself?
Or? Within the house and out of the house. You know, within the house, I'm telling you, I've never seen such money, much money.
Okay.
And the government has always denied ever involvement in bribery. And they say that Gachagua was given the marching orders because of his conduct, and all the allegations that were before Parliament were proved, both in Parliament, the National Assembly, and in the Senate. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm shocked today that for the first time, William Samoei Ruto has admitted that our Parliament is corrupt to the core. And William Ruto is saying that if you are a public officer, you have siphoned some money, and then there is a parliamentary committee, let's say you are the CS Health, and then some money has been stolen in your ministry. Then the Parliamentary Committee on Health is trying to scrutinize and find out whether you stole some money. That the Parliamentary Committee will ask you for some money to give you a clean bill of health. After you bribe them, then they will say there was no money that was lost. I want us to listen to this. Please, if you're watching us for the first time, subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to allow you to get such videos whenever we release them. Please like and share this video. This is William Ruto.
Is money being demanded from the executive, from governors, from ministers, from people in the executive, especially those who go for accountability before our houses of parliament. I also must say the legislature must also be held to account. because there is something going on in our legislature that we must call out. There is money being demanded from the executive, from governors, from ministers, from people in the executive, especially those who go for accountability before our houses of parliament. Mr. Speaker, it cannot continue to be business as usual. It is not possible that committees of parliament demand to be bribed, demand to be paid for them to write reports or to look the other way for what is happening in either the national government or the county government. All of us must act together. The fight against corruption must be an all of society engagement and exercise and effort.
It didn't end there. William Ruto is saying that the other arm of the government, that is the judiciary, is also rotten, because he's saying corrupt leaders who are being investigated run to get a safe haven in the hands of the judiciary. And he's saying that all the arms of government must now work together. This is William Ruto again.
I also want to ask the judiciary not to be a haven for the corrupt to hide behind judicial decisions. We have innovation that is only available in Kenya that allows a corrupt person or somebody who has stolen public resources or somebody in breach of law not to be prosecuted. Something called anticipatory bail. It is a Kenyan innovation that takes us backwards. Just let's ask ourselves, somebody who has stolen public funds and then goes to court and gets something called anticipatory bail, makes it impossible for such a person to be arrested and prosecuted endlessly. How does that support the fight against corruption? This is a matter I hope our friends in the judiciary would help us answer. Because we are undertaking transformation in Kenya, but that transformation is being undermined by corruption, and we must call it what it is. And all agencies, institutions, and arms of government, we must come together to deal with the challenge of corruption so that we can ensure that public resources are meant and are used for the intended purposes for which the people of Kenya have asked us.
It makes me wonder what kind of a nation we are, because we only have three arms of the government: the judiciary, legislative, and the executive arm of the government. We all know it is in the public domain from the sources and findings of the Controller of Budget and the Auditor General's office that the executive arm of the government is very corrupt. Now that William Ruto himself is admitting that he's not alone, even the judiciary and parliamentarians are also corrupt, then we know that this country has gone to the dogs. Now, what really amazed me is the fact that he didn't touch on the executive arm of the government, corruption that is happening in his office, but he's, giving a warning shot to parliamentarians and the judiciary. Now, let me ask you, do you think William Ruto is serious? Who do you think gave the green light for the money to be siphoned from the e-citizen, because we all know William Ruto himself commanded that all the government offices should now be paid or make payment or receive payment through the e-citizen. Now, when money is stolen from the e-citizen, so who do we ask? The prefect, the man who commanded. So he's not talking about corruption in the office of the president or in the executive arm of the government. Now, my question is this, because I know many people will start telling me that your title is wrong. I want to defend that title. I said William Ruto admitted that parliamentarians were bribed to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. Now tell me, if it is William Ruto himself who is admitting that when we come to serious business where committees are investigating whether some money has been lost somewhere, then you can bribe them. That is William Ruto himself saying. You can bribe them. Not even you can. They themselves demand. They don't wait for you to give them. They demand for this money so that they can give you a clean bill of health. Tell me something. What could stop these parliamentarians from asking for money from William Ruto to impeach Rigathi Gachagua? Because William Ruto wanted Rigathi Gachagua out of office, and he knew he had this information that our parliamentarians are corrupt. When you want them to pass a bill, they will simply demand for bribery, or you can easily give them money as little as 10,000, 10 million, as OK Mutate is saying it, and another senator there is saying they were given money. What could have stopped William Ruto from giving the money to impeach Rigathi Gachagua? I'm asking it in line of this thought that William Ruto himself says they are corrupt. How did he know that they are demanding for bribery to write a good report when they are investigating you? William Ruto consumes intelligent reports, and so we believe whatever he's saying is true. I would further ask this way, ladies and gentlemen. William Ruto admits that our judiciary is corrupt. What could have stopped William Ruto then from giving this judiciary, let's talk of the Supreme Court, some billions of shillings so that he could be declared president of the country? And I know William Ruto is doing this because William Ruto knows what he should say, where and when. He knows what people should consume. That is why he gives promises that he cannot keep. He knows, because he knows he will get away with it. He's trying to commit that, he will fight corruption. Yet we know that there are cases that still haunt him. How were the cases of Aurora and Kimwarer Dam end? The office of the deputy of the director of public prosecutions sabotaged. Those are not my words, but Judge Ruto, who was handling the case, admitted so. Today, we have an altercation between the courts and the office of the Director of Public Prosecutions in light of the case against the Inspector General, Eliud Lagat, the Deputy Inspector General. The courts are saying, we recommend charges so that Lagat could be presented before us. But Lagat is saying, I have been exonerated by the IPOA, the Independent Police Oversight Authority. And he admits, or rather says, that the courts cannot compel the Director of Public Prosecution to prosecute him, because when the file came to Renson Igonga, Renson also absolved him of the cases. So Renson seeks to end that case against Lagat. But the judiciary, or rather the courts, are saying, we want this man to come before us. Is there any commitment to fight corruption apart from the good talks that William Ruto is talking about? What are your thoughts and feelings about this? Because in my own interpretation, these people could have been bribed to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. People who just, this is the president, and he says these people demand, wanaomba, wanasema, Achando, if you want us to write a good report, leta kakitu. Watu kama hao nikitaka wa impeach deputy, will it take me a minute? I will give them money. And so that is why I'm saying that he himself has admitted that I gave them money, and I could be wrong, but tell me your own interpretation. Tell me why the judiciary could not have been bribed. Or let me ask you, kama Ruto mwenyewe anajua judiciary ni corrupt na alikuwa anataka hiyo power, ni nini ingemzuia kuwapatia pesa? Kama Ruto anajua vizuri hawa wabunge wanataka pesa, ni nini ingemzuia kuwapatia pesa ili waondoe Rigathi Gachagua? Ama ikifika upande wake hakuna pesa alipeana, lakini kwa wengine wanapeana pesa. Ladies and gentlemen, we are cooked, and William Ruto also has cooked himself because he is shooting himself on the foot. Apart from the good talks, if he is admitting that those two arms of the government are corrupt, and the Auditor General is also proving that his office is corrupt, or that arm of the government is corrupt, so where we are left in the hands of God or what? I don't know. I don't know what to think. Please share with me in the comment section.